This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the News of the Week for June 17th, 2021. And if you enjoy these videos, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. Last week, I said this. They are willing to take down a statue of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or anyone else that they happen to not like at that moment. Pay attention to that last part. Or anyone else that they happen to not like at that moment.
Or anyone else that they happen to not like at that moment.
Now, they are not just tearing down statues of white males, but now they are tearing down a statue of a Native American woman. Officially, it is because she is kneeling, the same position that she would be in for tracking, but let us not get bogged down with facts. The reason the statue came down is because liberals are attempting to overthrow America. And just like Mao's Cultural Revolution or Hitler's march across Europe, it starts with getting rid of the nation's history. Because Democrats could not win a majority to stop a voting bill, they decided to act like spoiled children. While at the U.S. House of Representatives, the Democrats sat on the floor and pouted, legislators in Texas decided to run away. Abbot is threatening to take them back by force to do their job in the legislative session. If they cannot get enough votes to stop voter integrity, they will just have to try again. If Republicans fled the state to stop a legislative session, every Democrat would have something to say and Biden would be given something to say. I have an idea. They vacate their seats after the session and then go to some liberal cesspool like California. Capitol Hill Baptist Church sued and won against the district to the tune of $220,000 after they illegally and unconstitutionally forbid worship services. What part of make no law do these people not understand? This was all about control, and the fact that Walmart was open and not churches shows that this was not about a virus. The goal was to weaken people's faith in the Almighty by keeping them away from the church, and this did unfortunately have some level of success. All of this could have been avoided if the people who were scared of the virus just hid under their beds while the rest of us got to work. Granted, a large number of those people are on welfare, and so they know how to mooch off of taxpayers anyway. I am proud to have Ted Cruz in Washington. Like a handful of others, he does not stop fighting tyranny. He has introduced a bill to stop the formation of any vaccine database. I have said it before and maintain my position. This is not about a virus. This is all about government control. A vaccine database would tell the government or any corrupt business who has the vaccine for them to take punitive action. We already have people going door to door asking you if you have taken the vaccine, and suddenly giving people back their rights once they took it. This database would be the next logical step. Oh, it is your choice whether or not to take the vaccine. We will just not let you buy or sell anything until you take it. It was not long ago that Richard Dawkins got fearful that he and those like him were getting rid of all the Christians in England. Without the Christian buffer, Muslims came in with a generally low view of women and minority rights. Now other atheists are starting to realize the same thing. Atheism offers no form of morality aside from tribalism and mob rule at best. Christianity offers a moral framework with which to look at the moral conundrums that the world faces. As such, while some atheists still do not believe in God, they realize that this keeps society moral. However, it never once crosses their mind that maybe they should look deeper into this and enter into this lifestyle that has an infinitely lower number of suicides and depression. After CNN made false claims about Project Veritas, instead of just waiting around and giving them a retracto, they decided to sue the media company. Despite plenty of evidence, CNN is trying every legal trick to get out of this mess that their own bad reporting got them. Just like with Nick Sandmann, in any honest court of law, they would already be shelling out payments. However, that is not the only piece of good news to come out of legal circles. Since SCOTUS is taking up the Mississippi case, it may only be a matter of time before the other states take up heartbeat bills, and abortion is driven entirely underground. Of course, we will still have to fight, but we will not have to worry as much about government-sponsored infanticide. The abortion crowd knows that this will be the result, and they do not want to admit it. We cannot stop fighting, but we must celebrate our victories when we have them as well. The same flag that Democrats call racist is the same flag that is waved by people in Hong Kong, Cuba, and all those who seek freedom. The New York Times could not lose a chance to attack people for wanting liberty over tyranny. Even though there were thousands of people protesting, the paper claimed that it was hundreds. Not only that, this supposedly trustworthy publication claims that the calls for liberty are anti-government. Just like the NBA had to pretend that the Hong Kong protesters did not exist, the fake news has to pretend that no one is opposing socialism in Cuba. Like Hong Kong, China, North Korea, and Venezuela, the people just want their country back from a dictator. I honestly do not see what is so radical about that. Granted, in communist countries you have to fight your way out because the election is rigged, and so I guess liberals want to support that. Speaking of rigged elections, the NSA has a very specific job: gathering intelligence about international threats. They cannot do anything to a private citizen in the US unless there is a suspicion that he is acting on behalf of another nation. Since there is no evidence of the latter, Tucker Carlson should not have been targeted. The NSA has a history of spying on people without cause, and this administration would only defend that. Rand Paul, Kevin McCarthy, Matt Gaetz, and Marjorie Taylor Greene are among those who are calling for an investigation into the NSA. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also please consider following me on social media.